Do you really understand what a wealth freedom is? It's been many years since we began the pursuit of wealth, and it seems like we still don't know when we'll hit our goals. But no worries, these setbacks will only push us to try harder. Listen, I'll tell you this slowly. Many people go through a phase when young of not knowing what they want, but understanding very well what they don't. For example, when we first came out of school, many people, including ourselves, want the freedom to choose what they do before any form of commitment. Maybe we should take some time to figure out what exactly it is that we want. So when most young people describe their ideals, they turn over and over again, and there is only one sentence: I want to become very good. As for what constitutes an awesome, if he asks, he will get stuck. It may be clear what they are chasing after, but not what they are chasing. So you're probably struggling to get closer to your goals. Why is that? That's because you're still just flapping your wings and not knowing what to do. If we can't accurately represent a given concept, then we must not be able to continue thinking with accuracy and correctness. The scope of thought is narrow because of the inaccurate definition, the basis for selection is missing, and our actions are wrong, which in turn skews our entire life. Let me give you a simple example. Have you ever thought about what the concept of a sharing is? In fact, I guess most people haven't seriously thought about this issue, thinking that sharing is to take out good things and enjoy them with everyone. But this definition is problematic, because good things must be yours, and then you take them out and enjoy them with everyone. And many people take other people's good things and enjoy them with everyone. That isn't called sharing, that's generousness, right? Those people you describe seem to be generally reasonable. To put it bluntly, they may not be as knowledgeable as you or I and may have had a wrong idea or thought. Although there will be countless times in your life that you do not know a certain concept, or you will misunderstand the correct definition of many things, but you still have more opportunities to be taught by others, or taught yourself, and finally understand the correct definition. Until you understand this problem, you will find that if you really want financial freedom, you need to understand this very well, otherwise, you'll never get the desired result. It's up to you how quickly it will be done, but before starting with the method, you have to know it in and out. 2. What is a wealth freedom? Freedom is one of the most desirable words in an individual's vocabulary, so much so that it shines on the apex of many people. I have been thinking about it for many years, but no one has given me a clear, accurate, and correct definition. I looked at Wikipedia, and it says, wealth freedom is the state where you don't have to work hard for your money to live on. I think it's barely clear, but it's far from enough, because I can't see the guiding significance of this definition at all, and after reading it over and over again, I don't know what to do next. This will not work. Until one day, I found the key that can really affect the action, that is, the freedom we want is not wealth at all. Wealth is just a tool, and the freedom we want is essentially the autonomy of time. So I myself have refined the definition of a wealth freedom into. The so-called personal financial freedom refers to the fact that someone no longer has to sell their time to meet the necessities of life. I think this definition is sufficiently succinct, accurate, correct, and instructive. Everything we do in our life consumes time that we cannot return. If you're doing something that gives you something to gain, your time can be considered sold. The goal of all the struggles we put up is to get our time worth more money. Are you already thinking about ways to increase the unit price of your time? Workers will first think of increasing their hourly wages. However, a small number of people in the crowd will take a leap in thinking about this concept, that is, to find a way to sell more copies of the original time. For example, people who write best-selling books, people who make Coca-Cola and Lao Ganma, people who make a platform for everyone to trade their time, they just sell more copies of their time, or they don't need to sell their own time. You will often need to watch other people on your platform and try to encourage them into selling a product on the site, which you then collect a percentage of the profits from, and even more awesome is that even if they die, the results created by their time can still continue to be sold. This is the most complete financial freedom I can think of. 3. Gain financial freedom through brainwashing. In this process, you will eliminate the pollution caused by other people's wrong ideas, and you will also eliminate your own bad thinking habits. I would like to call this process brainwashing. It is the most important part of personal hygiene, and it is much more important than washing hands and bathing. Now let me talk about the third point of view today. How does that help you achieve financial freedom? In fact, the answer is brainwashing. You can find the right direction by brainwashing as early as possible. Clear and correct concepts are the cornerstone of all thinking. And to measure whether a person is smart, it can almost be condensed into whether he meets the following two conditions. Does he have enough clear, accurate, and correct concepts? Is there a clear, accurate, correct connection between his concepts? People can become smarter by actively cleaning their brains. Below, I will give you an example. Just 100 or 2 years ago, the vast majority of French people still didn't bathe much because they believed that bathing would make their bodies weak. They eat beef and potatoes every day, and they smell great, but they don't bathe. So the smell is unimaginable. The French invented perfume. But the perfume mixed with the smell of beef and the sour smell of sweat is really not very good. That's why once your brain becomes polluted, we shouldn't cover it up with more dirt. The best way to get rid of the pollution is to clean the brain with concise and effective concepts. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumb up and share with your friend. Thank you for watching.